The Iaai numbering system is what's called a quinary system. That means it's based around fives. And one clue for that is that the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 there all have distinctive names, but the ones beyond that, as you can see, look to be combinations of names. So, if you look at the number for 2, lo, you'll see it's repeated in the number 7. And this often happens in numbering systems where it ends up being 5 plus 2. Similarly, that number kun for 3, you'll see it appears in the number 18. And again, it's a multiple of 5 plus 3. By the way, number systems tend to be grouped around 5s and 10s because we've got 5 fingers on each hand. Uak, the number 4. You'll see that in the number 14 as well, and again, multiple of 5 plus 4. Now, a few other little things to notice here. First of all, the ke is going to be the one which means and. There's the nua as well, but sometimes these problems are about just getting rid of things which might be there but aren't essential to the problem. So ke is going to indicate addition. If you look at this libenita, it comes before the uak, so it might be 10, because 10 plus 4 makes 14. And it also makes sense with the 30, because if you see the chacha at before the ke, and then libenita, so it's something plus 10, well, the chacha at might be 20, because we've seen there 5, 10, and 15 in 7, 14, and 18, plus one of those smaller numbers. And now we see something plus 10. So that's something to keep in mind for the moment. That chacha is 1, but chacha at might well be 20. Now finally, this kun appears again in this bakun. And if you think of that as 15 plus 3 to make 18, 15 is 3 times 5. And that becomes relevant in this first little bit of the puzzle. Alright, so the first little bit of the puzzle. We've got ba lo, ba chacha, and ba uak. Whatever ba means plus 2, 1, and 4. Now we saw from the previous bit that thabung, that first one, was 5, because it was 5 plus the lo that made 7, and the lo was 2. Chacha at, remember we thought that might be 20, and libenita, we sort of worked out that that was 10. So if that's 5, 20, and 10, and we've got on the left 2, 1, and 4, since we're dealing with a quinary system, that might be the multiples of 5, 4, 5, 10, and 20. So bachacha, that's the 1, so that's probably going to be the 5, thabun. Balo, that's the 2, and that's going to match the libenita, the 10. And ba'uak, that's the 4, well, 4 lots of 5 is 20, and we already decided that chacha'at probably means 20. So far, so good. So now we move on to even larger numbers, 40, 60, 80, and 100. Now remember that chacha'at looked like it was 20. Now you've got a whole bunch of other things with at on the end. There's ta and li there as well, but as I mentioned before, sometimes these puzzles are about sweeping away the things which are not probably relevant. So, lo and then the at, 2 and then the 20. We've got the kun and then the at, and kun, remember, was 3. We've got the uak, which was 4, with the at in number I, and the thabung with the at in number I, and thabung was 5. Well, it's going to be the same thing this time, with 40 being 2 lots of 20, 60 being 3 lots of 20, 80 being 4 lots of 20, and 100 being 5 lots of 20. So for the first one, 40 matches the 2 20s, lo at. 60 will match the 3 20s, kun ta'at. 80 will match the 4 20s, uak ta'at. And 100 is going to match the 5 20s, the thabun. And the last little question, ba uak ke nua lo. So ba uak, that was 5 lots of 4, so 20. Ke nua lo, and lo was 2, so that will be 22. This was one of the trickiest of the puzzles that we've shown on this channel so far, And if you want to check out more like this, check out the Osclo and NACLO websites for lots of linguistic fun.